15 plus 1. Gotta love it. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to GUNMEISTER. For today's episode, we're going to be checking out the Tavor Ts12. It's a bad mother. We love shotguns, and we know a lot of you guys do too. And this one just takes that love to another level. It's a whole lot of awesome in a little tiny package. The Tavor Ts12 is an Israeli gun. It's made by a company called IWI. And one thing that's really cool with this gun is it is a bullpup. So it has an 18.5 inch barrel inside, but you don't have it sticking way out the front. This gun, with its size, holds 15 rounds. Now, typically a shotgun is not going to hold 15 rounds, but there's only a couple that hold close to that capacity, and this is one of them. It runs a rotary mag, which we're going to go over here in just a second. It looks complicated, but it's really not that complicated. It's a piston-driven shotgun, and your bolt and everything's right back here. Your piston sits up here. And when you take it apart to clean it, you break it down, as it were. It's pretty straightforward, man. And there's nothing on this gun that I've noticed where you think, just by looking at it, you think, whoa, that's kind of weird. Why is that there? Or that doesn't make any sense, or this or that. Once you see how this thing works, everything on here has a purpose and is awesome. So with that being said, come on in here a little bit closer. We're going to start at the top and kind of work our way down so you guys can see all the little intricate nooks and crannies and goodness that live inside the Ts12. And this gun does use a choke. It uses standard Benelli choke, so it makes it really versatile. It'd be great for, you know, skeet shooting, rabbit hunting, duck hunting, removing small vegetation from around the property, door breaching. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of options here. On the top here, you've got a full pick rail for whatever you want to put up there, sights and what have you. If you look right down this right here, you're going to see that's a M-lock rail right there. I want you to see this. This is a selector. You see it says H and L. That's not happy and laugh. That's high brass and low brass. And it has a selector in there that you move. And if you see there's a little slot inside there, doesn't look like you can really get your finger in there, which you can't, which is why they have this bad boy right here. Like that. Charging handle goes in here, and you can select if you're shooting high brass. Low brass, you move it down, or I'm sorry, excuse me, pardon me. High brass, you're gonna wanna move it down. And if you're doing low brass, you push it up. And then when you're done, you just slip this dude right back in. Try to do this one-handed, and there you go. So check this out. These are the magazines right here, and there's 3 of them. To manipulate them, you push this forward right here. Now, a lot of people, I like to do it this way mostly, but you can, if you have long fingers, do it like this from your trigger to push it up. And as you push it up, it rotates, okay? And you've got 3 different mags, as they were. Each one holds 5 shots of 2 3/4 or 4 shots of 3 inch. So depending on what you're running in there is going to dictate how many rounds you can hold. When you load this guy, let me get this where you can see it. You have, this is where you load them up, okay? They pop right in there, and you do as many as you like according to capacity. But when you want to eject it, I don't know if you can see this really clearly, there is a button right here. I'm going to try to do this one-handed where I can't see, and a little stop right here. So as you take these out, you hit this little button right here. They pop out, that stop catches it. You take that one out, and then you do the next one. Now you've got it loaded up, and you want to go shoot. What you're going to do is you're going to rotate that mag that we just loaded, which would be this guy right here, and we want it to shoot. So we're going to just go straight up and watch the bolt. It'll automatically chamber one. Here it comes. Ready? Voila! Just like that. You shoot it, it ejects. Loads the next one, it ejects, and then when you run out, you simply roll it again, and you're back in business. All right, guys, well, that's pretty much the ins and outs of the Tavor Ts12, and I think this is going to be a really fun video. We're going to do our best to show you some fun things with it. We hope you enjoy it. So with all that being said, it's time to go hit the range and see what this baddie does. Come on. Okay, guys. So I got this loaded up with 15 rounds, all said and done. And we're just gonna rack it back. Figured we'd pop off a couple rounds, kind of test for accuracy, see what she looks like. Feeling pretty good, here we go. All right. Oh, dude. Whoa, all right, man. I'll tell you something, that feels good. The recoil on that is pretty mild. Let's run it a little more, see what happens. Oh yeah, yep. Dude, that's freaking awesome. Look, okay, now check it out. We emptied that mag, right? So now we're empty, right? So now all we have to do is click this around and it's gonna chamber the next one. Here we go, ready? There it is. All right, look at there. Flip it around, here we go. Dude, this thing is sick, dude. Holy crap, it just keeps going and going and going. It's like an Energizer bunny, man. Fantastic, stayed open. Let's check it, we're all clear. All right, guys, so I got 15 rounds of birdshot, 7 1/4 loaded. It's just a real soft, cheap stuff. But you know, it's still an ounce of lead flying. I figure we just run it, see if we can run a little faster, a little smoother. And I'll tell you something, it is set to low right now. And even on low, I've been shooting the high brass and it seems to cycle just fine. So let's go ahead and let's run this, see what it does. And we're clear. That's 15 rounds of get the hell away from me. Let's go check it out. Come on. Dude, that is super fun, man. I'll tell you something, when you're shooting this at first, it's kind of awkward to do that. You know, you shoot at 5. It's like you almost have to keep count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I've noticed after a while, and by a while, I just mean a little bit of shooting around the range, this almost becomes a muscle memory and you learn it pretty quick. That's pretty sick. Pretty fun. Figured it's time we do a little destruction test. We've got a couple things set up down here. We've got some 2-inch pavers, some bowling balls, versus Remington slugs, rifled slugs at 1,610 feet per second. We got 15 of them. Which one do you think is gonna win? Place your bets. Let's do it. Dude. Dude. Flip it around, bowling ball. That didn't do much. Bowling ball. Woo! Dude, that's hitting pretty hard. There's a little bowling ball on the ground, bottom right. Let's pop it. Nice. Nice chunk out of that one. A couple more cinder blocks up there. We got a few more in this mag. Let's do it. Wow! Woo! Destruction and mayhem. Let's go check it out. Come on. There's the first bowling ball. Look at that, man. That is just a hit. Didn't crack it all the way, but by golly, it's got another thumb hole in it. We've got some more over here. That's a little more typical. It's a good hit. Dude, wow. I don't know what that is, man, but it smells funny. I don't know why. Maybe just because it's exploded dust particles. That's a good hit. Kind of did the same thing on this one right here. Look at there. Nice. Very nice. Destruction test on the Tavor Ts12. Ts12 wins almost every time. Let's go try something else. I was thinking about this, man, and even though this is just birdshot 7 1/4, each one of these has 1 ounce of lead, as it were, and about 350 projectiles that are 2.5 millimeters in size. So if you load this gun all the way up, 15 rounds, that's 5,250 2.5 millimeter projectiles downrange. And I think that's going to leave a mark. So I thought we'd check the spread. So I put a couple of targets up here, just a couple, so we can kind of get an idea how this gun is grouping. Let's check it out. Go. All right, here we go. How about it? That's pretty good. Let's go check it out. You got freaking pellets everywhere, man. This is like I said, this is just a cylinder choke, so it opens up pretty quick, man. But you know, for people that say, birdshot's this, birdshot's that, here's the thing, man. You've got what, 50 targets here, and each one, well, you got a couple that aren't, but most of them are peppered. And if you wonder if that would defend you, maybe this will answer your question. I don't know about you, but if this is happening to me, I'm getting the hell out of there, for sure. I mean, absolutely, for sure. I'm not liking this, not at all. Right? That's a mess. Fatal? Probably. Irritating? Definitely. Don't want any part of it? 100%. Let's go try something else. We figured we'd try out this breaching muzzle. We got a door here that we're gonna breach, but we're gonna talk about this for just 1 second. This is a breaching round. It's made for breaching. It's by Stellar & Bellet. And what's great about this stuff, or so they say, is that basically it's like disintegrates when you hit something. So you don't want to breach something with like buckshot or something like that and have it bounce back on you, especially like down low and hit you in the sack or something. That would be real bad. So we're gonna load this dude up with a breaching round, breach this door, and see what's beyond the door. There may be something, there may not be. Let's find out. So what you want to do is just take this breach right here and kind of press it into this area and give her some and see what happens. Let's see if this door opens. Here we go, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Perfect hole right there, right through. Blew the backside out, blew the bolt out. And now we're in. Let's go see what's happening. Woo! Sure, I'm glad Carol's back. She's lost her head a little bit. Guys, we're back here, and I'll tell you something, man. After shooting this gun around a bit, it feels awfully accurate. 18.5-inch barrel, you know, so it's not the longest barrel you ever seen. And what we're shooting today is the Remington rifled slug, and we got this loaded up with 5. Figure we just go ahead and run some down there at 100 yards, see if we can make contact. You want to? Let's do it. So let's see. So let's go ahead and just go for the big silhouette center mass. Look at that, little high, little high. Let's bring it down a hair. There it is, dead center. Should we press our luck and see if we can hit a little one? What do you think? Let's try one. Not even close. Nope. Yeah, tag that metal, no problem. At 100 yards with a smoothbore shotgun, rifled slugs, if you're hitting a target like that at 100 yards, I'd say the thing's pretty accurate. And you know, that was just shooting from the shoulder, just kind of popping it off. I think if I was taking my time, you know, if I was sitting down, resting, could have brought those groups in a lot tighter. Might even been able to hit one of those little tiny ones, but definitely the silhouette at 100, it's really not a problem, man. I mean, the recoil on this gun isn't bad at all. I mean, the gun does weigh 8 pounds, so it's a heavier gun, but you know, with the rubber butt pad and the semi-automatic, the recoil is really not bad at all. So I think at this point, guys, let's head down there and put together a little FSU and see what happens. Okay, guys, we've come to that special part in every GUNMEISTER video where it's time to do a little FSU. And we're gonna start off here with 4 Meister poppers, as we do. And then we're going to test this thing's ability to FSU on a small appliance. You ready? Let's do it. Oh, there's one. Let's do it. Number 2. Ah, look at that. Yep. Number 3. Woo, baby. Number 4. Woo. Let's see if we can take its leg out. Here we go. Oh, crap. All right, guys, we got through the Meister poppers. Now we're down to the final element, the nasty dryer. Let's take it down. Looking pretty good. I don't know what's going on here. I think the warranty's still covered. I don't know. Woo! Yeah. One left. Here we go. Yeah. All right. And yet again, another Meister FSU. That's a winner. Love it. Fun. Good times. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the GUNMEISTER. We hope you enjoyed the presentation of the Tavor Ts12. It's a bad mother. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, happy shooting. We'll see you guys next time on the GUNMEISTER.